Hello, welcome 27th of September. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Cool day today, overcast. Autumn is officially here, So I decided to take a few things down at the allotment. First of all, the beans on the bean frame, the plants are about finished. I've got some leeks growing behind it, so that'll give them some more sun. So I took down the frame. Not too weedy underneath there. I left the roots of the beans in to release that nitrogen back into the soil. So not too weedy. What was I left with? I left with some beans. Some were dried out and some were green, but I decided to dry them all out and try and save them for seeds. I was left with a load of sticks and string and fastenings that I can reuse. A load of compostable material. Sunflowers were past the best, all the heads are drying out whilst they're on the stem, so I've picked a couple that were just in flower, took them home. Let's have a sunflower montage, because it's been a great year for sunflowers, including the exciting chop down. So I'm left with a big pile of leaves and some sticks. Some of them had a massive girth, so I'm saving them. I'm not sure what for, but I'm saving them. They'll come in handy. Roots of the sunflowers. Couldn't pull them out of the ground, I had to dig them out. So massive root balls on them, showed why they're so stable in the wind. The heads I'm saving, drying them off in the shed/greenhouse at the minute. And there are a couple of sunflowers just left, adding little ones, just having a little splash of colour on a dull day. So I decided to pick my sweet corn as well and take the plants down. It's one of the best sounds I find on the allotment, the sound of sweet corn being picked. Sweet corn's got really shallow roots. You can just pull them straight out of the ground, and underneath virtually no weeds. I've done a bit of hoeing between the plants, but not much, so really good news on the weeds. Germination rate wasn't that good this year. I sowed the seeds directly into the soil in May. Normally I sow them in pots and transplant the seedlings out once they've established, so maybe only half germinated, but once they got going, it's been a really good year for sweet corn. Some perfect corn there. So yeah, and not many got eaten. I don't think any got eaten by animals this year. Last year, some mystery creature robbed me of my crop, but this year is all right. Pumpkins. the plants are all dying off, so I have taken the decision that they were not going to grow any bigger. So I've taken the decision, I've taken all my pumpkins out. It's not too big, decent size, and they're just last bit of ripening off in the shed/greenhouse. Which brings us nicely to today. Are my apples ready for picking? Let's take one off the tree, see how easy it comes off. Yep. Maybe slightly green one side, but beautiful colour there. Sometimes I bite into apples on camera. I always feel conscious doing so, so I'm gonna cut into one. Nice sound there. Lovely. Lovely. Let's have a little nibble. A bit more delicate than chomping into one. They're ready. We've got some wind coming later in the week. It's hardly a race against time to get them off the tree, so let's not pretend there's any drama associated with this. I'm going to take the apples off the tree. I'm going to pick my pears as well. So the apples and pears are harvested. There's a few hundred apples. You'd be fooled to count every one of them though, wouldn't you? There's 314. And there's a few pears. I'm mostly pleased with my pears, to be honest. I pruned both trees back in February, I think it was, but I straightened up the pear tree, gave it a proper pruning, and that's come good. That's come good. It's sunny at the minute, so it's just gone behind. There's some nice blue skies. I've still got my tomatoes out in the plot. I was debating whether to take them up as well, but I think I'll give them another week or two to ripen. There's some red which I'll pick. There's a fair few green ones, so they can take their chances in such sun as we've got. I can always ripen them up indoors later. And I've got some chilies in the greenhouse. Temperature an hour and a half ago in the greenhouse was 8 degrees centigrade. It's now 20 degrees centigrade, so a bit of sun just makes that much difference. And there's still plenty to go. I've got main crop of potatoes to come. We've got parsnips, turnips, beetroot, radishes, so it is not over yet, but it is for today on a beautiful autumn day. Right, thanks for watching. Click subscribe, send me a comment. See you next time. Cheers.